Hey guys, good morning. Brian here, Vet Source. We've got a beautiful Sunday morning up here in Northeast Texas. We're actually in Palestine this morning, and I know this is totally unrelated to anything I do usually with my channel, but I happen to have an interest for old trains and stuff, and it kind of ties into the kind of business I'm in. So we're in Palestine, like I said, for a banjo performance that we're doing up here. And we came across, as I come into old towns in Texas, I will usually take a look around and see what I see. And we come into town here and discover a Union Pacific breaking yard, basically, or salvage yard for their old engines and things that they use to, I'm sorry, not things that they use, but their cargo containers, their cargo trailers. So you can see over here, kind of just taking a broad view. That's a neat old, it's like a railway station or something right there. But you can see here some of the features. The old rail cars are brought in here, and then the parts are stashed over here in these corners, and there's some other extra pieces there. And then what's really cool is some extra links of track, and there's also, honest to goodness, there's all the wheels, axle assemblies sitting over there. So it's really kind of cool. Wanted to share this with you because it's kind of something you don't see very often. In fact, here I am walking around, and they're old railroad ties, not ties, but the nails they use to put them together. So those are kind of cool. But another one right there, just laying on the ground. So it's kind of neat. And you can see, like I said, this is kind of in the old part of town, but this is just what they call a breaker's yard, basically, or a place to scrap these old rail cars that aren't serviceable anymore. So thought I'd bring this to you. I'm going to try to drive a little bit down this road here and see if I can see some more. So give me a few minutes while I jump in the truck and I drive over there. We'll see what we come up with. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Looks like I found the southern end of this property, or the starting point where the rail cars are brought in. So you can see the private property sign here. But what I'm going to do is kind of just take a photographic or video driving tour of this, so you can see all these old end-of-life rail cars are coming in here. This is a rather interesting place because it's, like I said, it's just kind of right here in the middle of town, and you'd never know it was here unless you were looking around for it. So rail cars look like they're coming in here. Sorry for the bumpiness. Our road's a little bumpy here, but I thought this would be cool to show, since it's like a really neat, it's kind of the salvage end of the operation. So no telling what the service life is on all these trains, or these rail cars I should say, once they come in. But you know, you can see a lot of them have been graffitied up, and at the end of their, what you would consider life. And the truth is, there's quite a lot of pieces I'm sure they can salvage off of these and either rebuild or use for other trains or other rail cars and put them back together again. This is kind of neat, this little raise or hilly area. So you can see they're just lined up for probably close to a mile here. You know, we're kind of down into a neighborhood area here. Nice little worn out house here. And of course, if you've been if you're in the States, you know what they say about the cars, or the real estate property near the railroad tracks. It's sometimes not the prettiest, but sometimes it's the most interesting thing, because you see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally see in the so-called pretty areas of town. So we're coming back over onto the border of the property here as we drive through here, and you can see some of these actually might look to be in good shape, but they've got wear and tear or whatever. So this is probably the next one in line that's going to get torn down, and this is where it starts to get kind of interesting. So they must have a disassembly crew that comes in, and as we come up here, you're going to see, we get over this rise right here, and you can see some of the material here. And this is extra material, obviously. Oh yeah, see that shed right there? I bet that's where they tear them down, right there. So you've got some stands that they use right here. Those look to be like springs. Oh yeah, those are spring assemblies off the trucks. The trucks would be the assemblies that hold the axles in place. They're the end doors, so you can tell they're saving those to use them probably to recycle for other trains again. so you can get a good view. They just stack them up like that until they're ready to use them again, and that constitutes a big part of what, I guess, what they're saving right there, because those are all, you know, heavy duty. There's some other lengthy pieces there that you can see, tanks taken from them. Another door. So make sure I don't run off the road here while I'm showing this. There's a rail car. You can just see the edge of it right there as I come up here. They're probably dismantling that one. There's some other pieces that have been pulled off to the side to scrap. So yeah, really kind of a neat thing that you're just not gonna see. I really liked that structure right there. Looks like an old rail house there. So I've got traffic behind me. I'm not gonna keep everybody up from getting through here around me. But yeah, as you can see, this is one thing that even I, being in the salvage business, don't get to see that often, because I primarily focus with the Corvettes and cars and stuff. But this is kind of a neat aspect if you've ever wondered what happens to old trains and rail cars when they die. So thank you guys for taking a minute to pursue. Oh yeah, one last thing. Here we go. Here's what I was talking about. These are really cool. Here are the main assemblies here that hold the axles, and there's some more doors just laying there, and axles, they got them banded together. And then the trucks there, those are really cool, the truck assemblies, so they'll keep those. And as you can see, this is just right here in Palestine, Texas, just main city street. They're just people driving right through here like it's nothing. There's nothing, no security that I can see. There's no fences. It's just all out here in the open. I'll show you one last thing before we go. This here, you can see actually that train is damaged, or that rail car is damaged right there on the end. Looks like it ran into another one. So those are three that are pretty heavily damaged. So again, I want to thank you guys always watching my videos. Make sure you like or comment if you like what I'm doing. Subscribe. I'll make sure I keep making more stuff. I kind of like traveling the roads of Texas and, you know, doing my Corvette stuff and seeing what's out there. So let me know what you think, and we'll catch up with you next time, guys. Thanks for watching again.